Welcome back to Global News Morning. Love seeing you this morning. Love seeing our good friend Matt Lee. And Matt, would you believe Christmas 1 month away? Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Christmas. It's
Very
great.
well. And it's interesting. We're talking about May for some reason.
Yes.
We haven't even
Yeah.
finished November. We're fast forwarding to May. How come?
Well, we're fast forwarding because right now it's the time when the property management companies in town send out a letter to their tenants in the Queens, the St. Lawrence, in those areas, student rentals, and they say, "Are we signing a new lease with you in May, or are we going to be looking for a new tenant?" So, what that does to the real estate market is that they want to either they don't sign a new lease and they're looking for something to purchase, or the kids are done with a certain property and it's going to come up for sale. So there's lots of different things that are going to happen. So what we tend to see is that the Queens market and the St. Lawrence market tend to start a kickoff right now.
So that's why we'll see a busy winter in the real estate world here in Kingston.
Yeah, so we're basically busy, showing people these investment properties from November to probably February. But there's always not always, but they do tend to look for a closing date of May 1st. So what happens is that you're getting these leases that are finishing out at the end of April, and then once the kids move out, then the new purchaser tends to take over on that date. So then what we see is a number of transactions that are happening in that May 1st number, so that A, they can move their own kids in, B, they're getting new tenants in, and that they're not taking over the existing lease, so that they have this transition that happens kind of all at that same time. So that's why we're fast forwarding to May, and this is why we see the transfer at that point.
During a pandemic, everything is different, though. A lot of things have altered. A lot of students working from home, though, this particular school season. How does that affect things?
Well, what we saw was that there was a large number of kids that came back until Thanksgiving. And then there's this section where maybe not as many came back from Thanksgiving that did go home and they're staying until Christmas. We will see what happens in the new year. But from what we're seeing in regards to signing new leases, they are signing new leases for the beginning of next year for many reasons. One, they want to secure a spot, so they are willing to pay that money. They have the ability to come here. A lot of places, a lot of classes have in-house stuff that has to happen. Most of it is online, but they have to be here, so they want to make sure that they have a spot to go. So we are still seeing those leases signed. I haven't seen that slow down as much yet, but we will have to just keep an eye on that and carry on.
A great reason for you to stay busy this winter season.
Yeah, we really do, push right through until February with this type of market, and it's really good. I mean, it's really healthy for the Kingston market, and if there's anybody that's looking for an investment, to sell, now's the time.
Perfect. Matt Lee, always a pleasure to speak with you. I'm just noticing behind you a board with all this writing on there. I can't make it out. I'm wondering if that's all the presents you're buying for me for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a list for my kids. I got to make sure that I buy everything, so I keep it all attached and make sure we go from there.
Oh, it's for your kids. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. I can add you to the list.
That's okay. I'm fine. Thank you, Matt. Your friendship is enough for me. Thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thank you. Bye now.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.